الحمد لله رب العالمين والعاقبة للمتقين والصلاة والسلام على رسوله الكريم وعلى آله وأصحابه أجمعين. اللهم انفعنا بما علمتنا وعلمنا ما ينفعنا وزدنا علما أما بعد. Honorable brothers and sisters in Islam, my elders and our Sheikh, Jazakumullah khair, Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh. It's very much an honor to be here in Sarasota, to speak here in Florida, where there's a great history of Islam. And this masjid I've heard so much about in the community, and your Sheikh, mashallah, Sheikh Abu Halima, he's been pursuing me for over a year to come visit. So may Allah bless him. You have Islam Arada just down, mashallah, it's a great history of Islam here. Tonight I'm going to speak about the inherent ability to discover the belief in Allah. And I'll start by mentioning something that happened to me when I was younger. I used to ride my bike in upstate New York, which is a very scenic and beautiful natural area. I used to come to a mountain in an area where there was large fields, and you could stay there at sunset and watch the stars fill the sky. And you could feel the breeze and hear the crickets and smell the air and see, the creation of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. And it always inspired me to ask, when I looked at this vast sky and countless stars, cannot even count them, so many of them. Who created all this? Where did it come from? And so, this is also a tradition of our great prophets, that they would look at the creation and contemplate and question, who is the creator and how did he create it? And they would ask Allah to increase them in Iman. We know the story of Ibrahim alayhi salam when he said, Rabbi arini anzur ilayk. I'm sorry, he said, Rabbi arini kayfa tuhyi al-mawta. Ibrahim alayhi salam al-Khalil. Ibrahim, who was the ummah, this great prophet, he's asking Allah to show him how he gave life to the dead. And Allah says, أَوَلَمْ تُؤْمِنْ? Don't you believe? قَالَ بَلَى وَلَكِنْ لِيَطْمَئِنَّ قَلْبِي. He asked for an increase in Iman. Take away my doubt. Take away increase my Iman. The Anbiya, I'm sorry, I shouldn't use the word doubt. The Anbiya, they increase in their yaqeen, but they never decrease. So he's asking for full yaqeen. Oh Allah, give me the full yaqeen, so I can see how you give life to the dead, so my Iman will become even stronger. Prophet Musa alayhi salam, he said, Rabbi arini anzur ilayk. I want to see you, O Allah. This is a messenger of Allah. Kalimullah, he spoke to Allah directly, yet he wanted to see Allah. But Allah told him, لن تراني ولكن انظر إلى الجبل فإن استقر مكانه فسوف تراني. Look at the mountain. If it stays still, you will see me. And we all know the story. What happened? The whole mountain crashed down from the glory of Allah, and Musa became unconscious. When he woke up, he said, oh, I believe. And Allah only showed the size, as Ibn Abbas said, of the nail of the pinky fingers of the hand. We see also the Prophet Muhammad sallallahu alaihi wasallam, our beloved messenger, used to go to the cave of Hira and do tahannuf even before he became a messenger, contemplating Allah's greatness, subhanahu wa ta'ala. So these are two inherent means for us to increase or to acquire the belief and the iman and the yaqeen in Allah. Number one is by reflecting on the creation. As the Sheikh mentioned, so many ayahs that point us to the creation. When we reflect on Allah's creation, the might of His creation, then we acquire, our hearts become attached to the creator of creation. So this is an important means of acquiring aqidah. Number two is by reflecting on the blessings that Allah has given us. Thinking about the ni'mah, the blessings that Allah has granted us. And this is an inherent ability. كُلُّ مَوْلُودٍ يُولَدُ عَلَى الْفِطْرَةِ. The Prophet ﷺ, he said, every child is born on the fitrah. Every human being, whether he's parents are Jewish or Christian or fire worshippers or Muslim, the child has the fitrah. It has the natural desire to learn about Allah, to believe in Allah. Just like the baby, when he's born, nobody has to teach the baby to suckle from his mom. He has the natural fitrah to go to the breast, and he knows how to drink it. The same way, Allah has given the human being the natural ability to recognize His greatness, His oneness. So this is a type of hidayah. This is a type of hidayah Allah has given every creation to seek to learn about Allah through His fitrah. Beloved brothers and sisters in Islam, the heart, it recognizes the ta'zeem of Allah. In fact, the heart longs for Allah. Every heart longs to love Allah, to be near to Allah, to know Allah. Because Allah is the creator of the heart. He's the one who gives life to the heart. He's the one who sustains our hearts. He's the one who gives it life and gives it death. So the heart, it wishes to be closer to its creator. It wishes to be closer to the one who sustains it and provides for it. Beloved brothers and sisters in Islam, the love for Allah is unlike the love of anything in this creation. The love for Allah cannot be replaced by the love of anything in the creation. The heart, if it were to gather all of the madadat, all of the desires, all of the treasures of this world, it would never be satisfied until it has the love for Allah in it. It will never attain true satisfaction. It will never be satiated. They say that the pain that the heart feels without knowing Allah is worse than the pain that the eye would feel when it loses its ability to see. The pain that the heart feels without the love for Allah is worse than the pain the ear senses without hearing. It's worse than a tongue that cannot speak. It's worse than a nose that cannot smell. In fact, the pain of a heart without knowing Allah, without loving Allah, is worse than a body without a soul. It is the life of the heart. Beloved brothers and sisters in Islam, love for Allah and knowing Him is a requirement of Tawheed, it is a requirement of faith, and it is an essential part of Iman, to love Allah. The more that we love Allah, the more that we know about Allah, the more we love Him. And the more that we love Allah, the more we obey Him. The more that we obey Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, the more He honors us. And if Allah honors us, He draws us close to Him. And if somebody is close to Allah, he will have the eternal happiness. See, the love, the belief in Allah is the cause of the eternal and continuous and permanent and real happiness. Any other happiness is temporary and has shortcomings. The Quran teaches us about Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. Allah says, ذَلِكُمُ اللَّهُ رَبُّكُمْ لَا إِلَهَ إِلَّا هُوَ خَالِقُ كُلِّ شَيْءٍ فَاعْبُدُوهُ ذَلِكُمُ اللَّهُ رَبُّكُمْ. That is Allah. And so Allah is telling us about Himself. Okay, that's Allah. Who is Allah? Your sustainer. The Rabb, the one who nourishes, the one who provides. He's your Rabbukum. So there is no God but He, the creator of everything. He created everything around us. Fa'budu. Then you worship. Allah didn't begin the ayah fa'budu. He didn't say, He said, that is your Lord. He is the one who sustains you and provides for you. He's your Rabb. There's no God but Him. He is the creator of everything. Then He says, Father. So, ubudiyya, the true worship of Allah has to be based first on ma'rifah, on knowing Allah. And the more that we know Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, the more that we get to know His names, His beautiful attributes, His actions, the more that we learn about him, the more that the light of Tawheed enters the heart. And the more that the light of Tawheed enters the heart, the more that we realize that it is only He who deserves to be worshipped and deserves to be asked. So this sincerity begins with knowing Allah. Sincerity to Allah, Tawheed, La ilaha illallah, begins by knowing Allah. If we know that it is Allah who is providing for me, it is Allah who is caring for me, it is Allah who created me, it is Allah who resurrected me, by knowing this, it imbues in our hearts the qasd for Allah. So they say that the knowing of Allah, the Tawheed of ma'rifah, of knowing Allah's names and attributes, is a necessary precondition before we reach the Tawheed of worshiping only Allah. So we learn about Allah, and that knowledge of Allah leads us to seek Him. It leads us to desire Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. Beloved brothers and sisters in Islam, Allah has created two Jannahs. There's a Jannah of this world, there's a Jannah of this world, and there's a Jannah that is in the next world. The Jannah of this world is the Jannah of knowing Allah. Without the Jannah of this world, you cannot reach the Jannah of the next world. Many people, they will leave this world without having ever set foot in the Jannah of this world, without ever having tasted the sweetest thing in this world, without knowing about Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. They leave the world with dry, empty hearts. And because of that, their hearts are only filled with sickness, desires, love for material things. Beloved brothers and sisters in Islam, the Jannah of this dunya is knowing Allah and connecting with Him and being close to Him. Being close to Him. Whoever tastes this Jannah will never want to leave it or replace it with anything else. The Jannah of Uns Billah Ta'ala, the love of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. Beloved brothers and sisters in Islam, knowing Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, and by knowing Him, we know that Allah is close to us and that He is with His servants. This is the ma'iyya of Allah, the ma'iyya al-khasa li'ibadillah al-mukhlisin. Allah, He is with His servants, and with this witness of Allah, according to His majesty, brings great joy to the believer's heart, and it brings ease to the soul. It makes one patient with the destiny and decree of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. A person worships Allah as if he sees Allah. And as the hadith Qudsi says, that a person will worship Allah until Allah says, I become the hearing by which he hears, the seeing by which he sees, the hand by which he grasps, the foot by which he walks. In another narration, it says that Allah says that it is through me that he sees. وَبِي يَسْمَعُ وَبِي يُبْصِرُ. That is through Allah's help, Allah's guidance, that he sees only what Allah wants for him to see. He only hears what is only pleasing to Allah. He only grasps in a way that is pleasing to Allah, and he walks in Allah's pleasure. Imagine a person who reaches this state, that Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala he's worshiping Allah as if he sees him. This is a level of iman, a level of yaqeen, a level of ihsan of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. Think about this verse. Allah says in Surah An-Naml, Allah, He describes His creation. He describes the mountains, the seven heavens, the earth. He describes the rivers. He says, look at the hada'iq. Look at these orchards that are filled with blossoming fruits. Contemplate the creation of the heavens and the earth. Think about it. Then Allah says, أَإِلَهٌ مَعَ اللَّهِ. Could there be another God with Allah? This perfection of the creation, would it leave room for another ilah with Allah? It's a rhetorical question. It's obvious when we reflect on the creation of Allah. The guidance that a person experiences, the guidance that we experience, can be of four types. There's the inherent guidance that we talked about, the fitrah, like a child who suckles from the mother, he's born. Another type of guidance is called hidayatul dalal. It's the guidance of the messengers, of the Quran, of the ayahs of Allah that we show, that Allah shows us the truth. That we are shown the truth. It could be from another person, it could be from a teacher, it could be from, you hear it in the masjid, on the minbar, or you read it in a book. This is the guidance of dalal. That you point Allah, you're seeing the guidance outwardly. The third type of guidance is when Allah causes this guidance to enter your heart and you accept it. That's called hidayat tawfiq. And this hidayah, the third type, can only come from Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. And the last type, the scholars say, is the guidance to the paradise, ascending to paradise. So the first type of guidance all of us have. The second type of guidance is through teaching and learning and studying. And it could be from another person that we receive it. وَإِنَّكَ لَتَهْدِي إِلَى صِرَاطٍ مُسْتَقِيمٍ. Allah is saying, you guide to the straight path. But then the third type of guidance, it can only come from Allah. إِنَّكَ لَا تَهْدِي مَنْ أَحْبَبْتَ. Allah tells the Messenger, so you cannot guide who you love. That guidance is the guidance of the heart, recognizing the truth, accepting the truth, and submitting and surrendering to the truth. Beloved brothers and sisters in Islam, when the heart is filled with the recognition of the greatness of Allah, it becomes humbled. The arrogance of the heart goes away. When a person learns about the might and greatness of Allah, he becomes humble before Allah. His highness goes away. And the evil of kibr goes out of his heart, and his soul becomes purified. And the meanings of Iman, the haqa'iq al-imaniyah, they become whispered to his heart. The yaqeen, the trust, the sincerity, the truth of belief in Allah enter a person's heart. The person will be happy by trusting in Allah. The person will achieve true happiness when all of his trust is in Allah. And when he gets his honor, he derives his honor through Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. If a person truly trusts in Allah, he's relieved of worshiping the dollar. He doesn't have to worship money anymore because he knows it's Allah who provides. If a person is honored through Allah, he doesn't seek honor through people, through position, through recognition of people. He's happy enough to be recognized by his Lord subhanahu wa ta'ala. So it frees us from the worship of creation to be the worshippers of the Creator subhanahu wa ta'ala. Beloved brothers and sisters in Islam, we should know that in Allah's hand is the key to all things. Lahu maqadir as-samawati wal ard. Allah owns the keys of the heavens and the earth. In His hand is everything. When we recognize that, then we become enslaved to Allah, not enslaved to what is in the hand of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. The tawheed of rububiyyah, the tawheed, the recognition of Allah's providing, the creating, when we reflect on the creation, this inspires us to single out Allah for ibadah. So it begins with learning Allah's names and attributes and learning Allah's rububiyyah. To know that Allah is the creator of everything, the sustainer of everything, the nourisher of everything. When we learn this, then our hearts move naturally to the next stage, which is to single Allah out for worship, Tawheed, Uluhiyyah. Many people make the mistake. As parents, we make this mistake. As du'at, callers, we make this mistake. We begin with the second type of Tawheed. We tell people, worship Allah, pray the salah, fulfill all the ibadah. But we haven't given them the necessary precondition, which is the Tawheed of Rububiyyah. To know who your Rabb is, who created you, who sustains you, who gives you your blessings. So we didn't begin with the reflection on the creation of Allah. We didn't begin by learning the names of Allah and His attributes. We moved directly to the second level, which is to single Allah for ibadah. If the heart doesn't recognize its Creator, then how can it have love for its Creator? If it doesn't love its Creator, how is it going to single Him for worship? Allah does not want us to worship Him without love. وَالَّذِينَ آمَنُوا أَشَدُّ حُبًّا لِلَّهِ. Those who have Iman, they have more love for Allah. As the great scholar Hassan al-Basri said, the person's heart, our hearts travel to Allah like a bird whose head is love for Allah. And the wings are the fear and hope of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. So we have to have love for Allah. In order to garner, to create love of Allah in our hearts, we have to reflect on His creation. And when we reflect on the creation of Allah, it ties our hearts to the Creator of the creation. And it ties our hearts to that element of Tawheed, which we recognize Him as the Rabb. And then through that recognition, the love for Him comes. The desire for Him, the desire to please Him, subhanahu wa ta'ala. Some other ulama, they mentioned that the rububiyyah, the recognition that Allah is the creator, the sustainer of the universe, is the fuel for the soul in the heart to worship Allah. So without the fuel, how are we going to worship Allah? We need to see and reflect upon Allah's creation and upon His names and attributes. This ma'rifah to billah, the ma'rifah to know Allah. Then, through knowing Allah, we get the fuel to worship Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. Allah in the Quran, the Sheikh, mashallah, he brought many ayahs that tell us to reflect on Allah's creation, the stars, the heavens and the earth. And when we reflect on the heavens and the earth, on the stars, on the ocean, mashallah, you have so many beautiful oceans and days around here. When we reflect on it, subhanAllah, it ties our hearts to its Creator. What happens when we're cut off from all these beautiful things? Then we lose that tie to the Creator of these things. SubhanAllah, look at these flowers here, the beautiful flowers. Nobody designed these flowers. The same water, the same dirt produce different colors and shapes and smells and scents. All of that. Who is doing this? From a tiny seed. The same water gives life to so many different flavors of fruits. So many delicious things. So when we reflect, think about this. The design, the perfection in the design indicates the perfection of the design of the Creator, the Khaliq, subhanahu wa ta'ala. So then, when we reflect on the creation, our minds are enlightened to the oneness of the Creator. And this is what Allah requests or seeks for us to do through the Quran, through the reminders of reflecting on the creation. I'll close with these three means that are strong means of increasing our knowledge of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. Number one is reflecting on the ayat al-matluwa, that is reflecting on the Quran itself. When we read these ayats of the Quran, as the Sheikh did for us, we don't just read them without contemplating, pondering over them, thinking about them. There's some narrations that say the Prophet ﷺ, when it used to rain, he used to uncover his arm and let the rain fall on his shoulder. And then he was asked about that. And he said, هو حديث عهد من خالق. It just came from its creator. He wanted to directly feel the ni'mah, feel the blessing of Allah, so that he could be grateful for it. So, reflect on the blessings of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. And so one is reflecting on the verses of Allah that talk about His creation and His blessings. So this will increase the way our knowledge of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. He is the Mu'min. He is the Wahhab. He is the giver of gifts. He is the provider of blessings and bounties. The second thing is reflecting on the ayatullah al-kawniyah. So reflecting on the signs of Allah in the world. Taking your children out to look at the night sky. Taking them out for a camping trip to look at the insects, or the trees, or the different types of animals that are in the world. This is reflecting on the ayat al-kawniyah, looking at the constellations, looking at the billions of stars in the universe, and reflecting on the vastness of this universe. The 14 billion light years that we know about, the furthest we can see with the best telescope is 14 billion light years. Because that's how old they say the universe is, Allahu A'lam. They say anything beyond that, the light hasn't reached us yet. So this is called the known universe, the 14 billion years that the Sheikh mentioned. There's so many billions of galaxies within which there are billions of stars. What is beyond that? We know that the kursi of Allah, it enshrines the heavens and the earth. What's the kursi of the footstool of Allah. Kursi is not the arsh. The kursi of Allah covers the heavens and the earth. And that's footstool in relation to the heavens and the earth is like 7 small points on a huge shield. So Allah's kursi is like a big shield, and these 7 heavens are like little coins on the shield. And then the kursi of Allah in relation to His arsh is like a chink of armor thrown into a vast desert. So Allah's arsh is much greater than His kursi. And Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala is greater than His arsh. In fact, He has no need for His arsh. He's above His arsh. He's greater than that. And His arsh is over the water. The last thing that we can use that can help us to gain knowledge of Allah and love for Allah is dawam al-dhikr. To be constantly remembering Allah. To be in the state of dhikr of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. All 3 of these, the reflecting on the ayahs of the Quran, reflecting on the signs of the creation, and the dhikr of Allah are mentioned in Surah Al-Imran. Allah says, إِنَّ فِي خَلْقِ السَّمَاوَاتِ وَالْأَرْضِ وَاخْتِلَافِ اللَّيْلِ وَالنَّهَارِ لَآيَاتٍ لِأُولِي الْأَلْبَابِ الَّذِينَ يَذْكُرُونَ اللَّهَ قِيَامًا وَقُعُودًا وَعَلَى جُنُوبِهِمْ وَيَتَفَكَّرُونَ فِي خَلْقِ السَّمَاوَاتِ وَالْأَرْضِ رَبَّنَا مَا خَلَقْتَ هَذَا بَاطِلًا سُبْحَانَكَ فَقِنَا عَذَابَ النَّارِ. Indeed, in the creations of the heavens and the earth, and the alternation of the night and the day are signs for who? For every Muslim? For every human being? لِلنَّاسِ لِأُولِي الْأَلْبَابِ. Lub is the innermost core of a fruit. It is people who have depth of perception, who will think deeply about things. So these things are signs for the ulil albab. Then Allah continues to describe them. Alladina, those who remember Allah. When do they remember Allah? In the salah. Qiyaman wa qu'udan wa ala junub. In every state. Whether they're going to bed or waking up in the morning, or going out of the house, entering the house, going to the bathroom, leaving the bathroom. There's du'as for all of these, going to one's spouse. All of these things have du'a. So we remember Allah constantly, and this will increase our ma'rifah, our knowing of Allah, and our love for Allah. Finally, I will say this last thing, inshallah, which I mentioned earlier. A person who knows Allah, through His names, His attributes, His actions, His blessings, he will naturally love Allah. And a person who loves Allah and knows Him, he will obey Him. Because the heart will feel embarrassed, it will feel shy to disobey the one that he knows. He knows Allah sees his innermost thoughts. So he will obey Him. If a person obeys Allah, then Allah will honor him. Allah will honor such a person. He loves His servants. And if Allah honors a person, He draws that person close to Him. He brings him near to Him. And if a person is near to Allah, he will really be happy. He will attain true happiness, eternal happiness, unending, unconditional happiness. So that is the path. May Allah help us, inshallah, to achieve that, inshallah. وجزاكم الله خيرا بما أسألكم. صلى الله عليه وسلم.